me, Alan Herbert, and the sign language interpreter is Gideon Minor. We are with Professor Fred Ogola in studio this morning. And Professor,
yes.
During the Gen Z wave and protests, you are a person who came out strongly to support the movement, not because you do not have other things to do, but because you have presented yourself as a leader who listens to the young people, and you resonate with the struggles and the fight that they are fighting for. But you and I know that for political changes to happen, one has to become a voter. You have to participate in one way or the other. And about almost a week ago, the Independent and Electoral and Boundaries Commission launched or reopened the continuous voter registration. And after a week elapsing, only 4,700 young people, or let me not even say young people, 4,700 persons or Kenyans have only registered to vote. How are you unseating a president without the rich vote background of young Kenyans? How is it happening?
So, Alan, there cannot be one reason to explain that. So let me give you first of all that I didn't support Gen Z.
Yeah.
I initiated the project. Who was the first person to go on TV and said finance bill? Did they know what a finance bill is? Did they know its implication? Is yours truly here, who went on TV and explained about it. I'm the one who went on TV and said, on 15th of June 2023, that if they don't reject the finance bill, we shall enter parliament and put it on fire. On 15th of June 2023. Then we did it 1 year later. So I was at the fulcrum of it. But now, if you want to understand these things, there are a few things to get here. There is an assumption that Gen Zs cannot remove William Ruto if they go and register to vote. No, that's not the only way. Actually, Gen Zs do influence the voting pattern or their parents. So even without registering, they can still influence. It is safer, the safest one, if they go and register to vote, because those 4,000 that are registered, most of them are anti-Ruto voters, isn't it? So the more we have the anti-Ruto voters in the register, the better. So I was campaigning in Ugenya, and when we began campaign, you hear two narratives. You know, the elder people want to eat your money tells you, wachana na vijana, au ni kelele tu, hawata kupatia kuongea na wakina mama na wazee, sivyo? If you go that route, you'll fail. Because the youths are so noisy that they determine who is popular. So you have to work with them. Look at the Gen Z, look at the popularity for William Ruto in 2022. Who are shouting? Who are dancing? Who are celebrating?
It's young people.
Every constituency in Kenya, the wave is determined by the young people. That's why the
and
Gen
then
Z,
they let the old people make the decisions.
Yeah, that's why the Gen Z revolution is not about them voting. I want to tell the Gen Z listening to me. It's about the Gen Z being voted in, not voting. Yeah. That's why I'm encouraging every young person.
Who is going to vote them in? Because you've said it rightly. Said it rightly that wazee wanasema achana na vijana ni kelele tu. If we want to, if the Gen Zs, I was about to implicate myself. If the Gen Zs want to be voted in, not to vote, the people they want to vote in, they are supposed to go to the ballot.
Yes, I'm saying, So I'm saying, first of all, it's about them voting. Being voted in, because people have always seen youth as a stepping stone, ama ngazi ya kupanda, alafu unarusha nyuma. So this time we are going to be in the ballot. I'm going to be out as among the youngest presidential candidates, isn't it? But with a chance to win, not a chance just to be in the ballot. You get me? And I can tell you, my brother, mark my word, that's one way to understand that they don't have to register. At the same time, they need to be voted. The second thing is that Kenyans are a last-minute people. So these things...
But we have to encourage that always, Professor.
You see, you can't say, forget about Kenya, let's start a new way. No, Kenyans are Kenyans.
But now we have to change our ways. You know, when you do the same thing over and over again, it is considered insanity.
But you see, even in your wedding, do you know that it looks like in the beginning you have so many people attending, then somebody discovers very few people attending, then all of a sudden you have many people have arrived. For example, if you say, you talk to people, you say that almost 20,000 people are attending your wedding. Then when you tell them now register,
Yeah.
you'll see the number move to around 200, isn't it?
Mm.
Then the day of arrival, the number is 400. So you wonder where did 200 come from? So that is the trend. It happens not just in Kenya, but everywhere. So first of all, again,
Yeah.
it is too early to throw that number and blame them. How long is the voter registration?
It's continuous.
It's continuous.
Yeah.
So give it another moment.
Yeah.
When you announce the deadline,
Yeah.
you will see people
Now,
beginning now to register.
but now you see, now this is this is what I'm agitated about. Yes, we are going to do this thing last minute.
Yeah.
And last minute, the numbers are going to be so humongous that IEBC would need to now to push the deadline for completing voter registration.
They won't
But
push.
They might not push, but they might be compelled to push because the young people will be atujasajiliwa kupiga kura.
Yeah.
But then at whose expense is it? It is also
So-
at the expense of the taxpayers'
Yeah, so
money.
I'm just doing analysis first, Alan.
Yes.
I'm just doing analysis first. You see, the best thing to do, we have this mantra
Yeah.
in our Ekim Alliance Party, Team Evolve. Listen, tweak, and evolve.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm listening. I'm just doing analysis. I've given you two perspectives.
Yeah.
One, they don't have to register to remove William Ruto.
Yeah.
Already Mount Kenya, if at all they keep what they are saying, the 3.7 million votes are gone,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So Ruto will go home anyway.
Yeah.
Ruto's one term is a finality and
Yeah.
is eventuality. You understand me? Whether young people register or not, they'll go home. In fact, young people will determine the voting. In fact, some mothers are going to vote because of their sons who are killed, sons and daughters.
Yeah.
The lady was killed in Njoki, who was killed in Nanyuki.
In Nanyuki,
Do you
yes.
think the mother is going to vote for William Ruto? Or Juang's father?
Yeah.
But you can name them, isn't it? Rex Masai's parents? Huh? They won't. So for me, I remember that the lady whose mother who was killed in Nanyuki,
Yeah.
the mother voted William Ruto in 2022. That vote is gone.
Yeah.
But also the whole relatives and villagers in Nanyuki from where those who attended that burial
Yeah.
cannot vote for William Ruto. All the people who voted in Mawego, who buried Ojwang in Mawego, will not.
Yeah.
Rex Masai the same. You hear me? People like Kavuli, understand?
Yeah.
Billy Mwangi. Now my brother, my own brother, I called my own brother because we have shed tears together. Bob Njagi is nowhere to be seen now. Oyo. In fact, we have driven in the same vehicle severally. Even if we drove with Oyo all the way to Machakos.
Yeah.
When you are campaigning with my brother Felix, they are nowhere to be seen and they are in Uganda and the state is quiet. Foreign Affairs Minister Musalia Mudavadi is quiet. The president is quiet. That's why I'm telling you, we are slaves. How can a Kenyan be held in Uganda and Ugandans are here? If I was President William Ruto, immediately any Ugandan walking on the street, I would arrest them and put them in jail.
From a biblical point of view, an eye for an eye.
No.
We
You
will
see
all
what's
lose
happening?
eyes.
That's diplomacy. You know diplomacy, let me tell you what, my brother. The Kenyan rights come first before these diplomatic good relationships. You cannot be mistreating a Kenyan. I'm the head of state of Kenya, and we are still discussing diplomacy. It cannot be. In fact, the ambassador for Uganda to Kenya should leave. Yes, because what is work? Do you know why ambassadors are appointed to a country? To ensure a good relationship and protection of the citizens of Uganda and Kenya. You are having an embassy here flying a flag of Uganda in town, and my citizens are arrested in your country. Let me tell you what, my brother. It's not Fred Ogola. I'll give you an example. Go to Rwanda. Have you heard of Rwandese being hijacked or being abducted anywhere?
But you
Even
see,
in Europe?
the Ugandans will also say it's the same thing that happened to Besigye when he was here.
No, the basic issue was their domains. That's why he went back there. But you see, we cannot. What I know is that Besigye was taken back to Uganda, is being held by Ugandans, isn't it? Let them bring for us Bob Njagi. Let them bring for us Oyo here. Let us be the one holding them.
Yeah.
Not that we can't see where they are. The last time we saw them when they were in the event of Bobby Wine.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So we can't take that. Let me tell you what, my brother. I'm an expert in diplomacy. I'm not called governance expert just by theory. I'm a governance expert in practice. I'll give you a solid example. When I was doing my work in Europe, there's a time when a plane left Lisbon. A plane left Angola, heading to Lisbon. It landed, and these people arrested 5 Angolians. I don't know if they're called Angolese or Angolians.
Yeah.
They were arrested by the state and kept in custody. So by then I'm working for European Central Bank. So I just called and told the Minister for Foreign Affairs, I told them, there's a plane leaving Lisbon, landing in Angola. Just around 15 Wazungus in Gizadine. Those guys will be released. We are not, our aim is not to arrest them. Our aim is to get those people released. So we are not acting against them, we are acting for our citizens. Immediately those guys were surrounded and put inside. Those guys were released and these guys were released. So it was okay. So our interest is not to punish a foreign citizen. Our interest is to release our citizen against dictatorship.
Yeah.
So I can again tell you very clearly that we need to act in a certain way. We have to protect our citizens. So let's go back to the issue about the voter thing.
Yes.
So when you talk about the voter thing, those are theories. Now, what do we need to do? Fred Ogola, went on rampage, reminding Kenyans, first of all, aboarded matatus in the CBD. And I can show you the videos. Maybe you saw them. Boarding matatus and telling people, go register to vote before. 10 days before. 9 days before I shot a video. I even shot a video in Uhuru Park. There's one I shot in Parliament telling people, Parliament, we need to occupy it by our votes. I went to the Senate, I said the same thing. I went to Mesoleum where Kenyatta is buried, I said the same thing. I went to Jivanji Garden, I said the same thing. I went to Supreme Court, said the same thing. I went to Matatu Terminus, the one in where there's Guardian and there's Easy Coach.
Yeah.
I even went to Inner Coach. I was telling Kenyans, just the same way you are traveling from Inner Coach, Easy Coach, going to all cities across the country, take the message, register to vote. So my hope is that maybe some people are still just putting the house in order, planning when they will go. But I'm telling you Kenyans that if we have higher voter registration, if we have higher voter turnout, a higher voter registration or higher voter turnout means William Ruto will go home easier. I want us to do it in such a way, like I said in Supreme Court. Supreme Court has decided the presidential election for 2013, 2017, 2022. We want this time we decide at the ballot. So that those people who eat useless money in Supreme Court being bribed should never see that money.
Yeah.
So we want to decide at the ballot. It should be glaringly one term that there's no one who will go to court. Yeah, that's what we want. So give me that vote. If you don't want to register to vote, please go register to vote for me. If at all you have not seen anybody. But also, Alan, there must be also something make believe. How much do Kenyans believe that they can change at the ballot?
Yeah.
So IBC is also playing a role. Why don't they assure Kenyans of the transparency we have to ensure the systems will work properly?
Yeah.
In this country, there's a guest I hear is visiting this country who is coming from Geneva, who is in charge of a voter election observer. Alan, I think I'll try to call him to come visit you here. So that you can also share a word or two with him and tell him about this situation and ask him what his organization can do and how they can talk to work with this Science TV to at least educate people, because what we can do, Alan, is to do our part. How people are going to turn out to vote, it's leaving to them. But I can tell you, Kenyans, if you quantify the cost of Ruto's second term, you won't even wait for a minute. You'll run and register to vote. So go register to vote. Yeah.
Does this mean that you know the Stockholm syndrome, where you get used to the person who is torturing you? Does it mean that we are just okay with how the situation is currently?
No. I think that people don't know that one term won't happen. One term must be made to happen. I also want to do some education to the political elite. Actually, the political leaders. You know, people are looking and said, who are those running? Can they rectify the problem?
Yeah.
You know, there's a time I wrote an article and said that who needs to vote more? It is the youth. Do you know why? You know, my grandmother, who is 98, he cannot be voting for good education. He cannot be voting for good healthcare, because even they don't qualify for healthcare anyway. You understand? They don't qualify for education. The people who needs education, who need a job, is the youth. Alan, 1 million people leave campus every year. They need a job, like you said, isn't it? They should be the one registering to vote and looking for who is offering the job and vote for that person. So like Fred Ogola is promising you that 100,000 jobs per county.
Yeah.
For 42 counties, not 47, because my project cannot work in 5 counties out of the 47. And I'm honest about it. I've modeled it. It's something I'm just... in fact, we said, Alan, we are not going to wait to 2027. It's a project we are beginning to implement immediately. As we speak, when I come back from Nyahururu, I'm sitting with my team, which we launch, to devise a bill we must push through the parliament to get it passed. Then these young people can get a job now. If this government can implement it, let them do. If they cannot implement it, let them give way. And now giving way in 2027, they can go. And the last thing why there's a voter apathy, probably this is a theory. And I have to say, Alan, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
And let the viewers know that opinion is the lowest level of knowledge. You know that, Alan?
Yeah.
The highest level of knowledge is called revelation, which God gives you.
Yeah.
The second one is what's called the truth, isn't it? This objective evidence, based on evidence, facts, and facts and figures, isn't it? But the opinion is the lowest level of knowledge. I don't have to go to all levels of knowledge.
Yeah.
Why maybe this is happening is that the youth believe that revolution was the way, like Nepal, like now Madagascar, and people believe that they should go to the street and remove the government, isn't it? That's why they might be thinking that should they get annoyed, they should just go to the street and remove William Ruto. So sometimes they even believe that William Ruto can win in 2027, but he will never sit in that office. So like you see now, what's happening is that what we could do, if we send a petition to Parliament, Senate, I'm thinking you must have seen it, that we have lost a lot of money. We have lost 6.7 trillion since independence. The senior Kenyatta gobbled 200 billion shillings in corruption. President William Ruto, President Daniel Moi gobbled 1.2 trillion in 24 years. Mark my word, now this is important. Kenyatta Senior gobbled 200 billion in 15 years. This guy gobbled 1.2 billion in 24 years. Now, these numbers start now looking interesting. Mwai Kibaki gobbled 608 billion in 10 years. So you can see who was eating more. Then you come to Uhuru Kenyatta. He gobbled 610 billion in corruption. And now numbers are looking worse, isn't it? Ruto has gobbled 3.7 trillion in 3 years. So that means that the first president was taking with a spoon, isn't it? But the fifth president using a spade. Yani kijiko, you know, those guys were increasing the size of the spoon mpaka kijiko sasa isaidia karusha kijiko akachukua spade. So the corruption is high. So we still believe that if they don't get back to us by 24th of this month, you get me? I'm going to the US on 27th. When I come back, we are going to have a nationwide Occupy EACC offices and the Senate. Do you know why, Alan? EACC is the most useless entity we have in Kenya. And Alan, I'm an economist, let me use numbers. EACC was set up in 2010, isn't it? Now we're in 2025. So it has operated for 15 years, isn't it? They have a budget of 3.9 billion per year to recover and prevent corruption. You get me? Now, that one, if you multiply by 15, is 58.5 billion shillings. They have spent in 15 years, isn't it? Do you know how much they have recovered in 15 years? 28 billion. Now, how do you spend 58.5 billion to recover 28 billion? And if you give them, even their lifetime, they can't recover the money we have lost, because we have lost 6.7 trillion and they spend 15 years to recover 28 billion. How many years do they need to recover 6.7 trillion? And someone is gobbling again more money. It cannot work. So it should be occupied. And I'm telling young people, on 24th, I'm going to issue a statement and give a way forward. We cannot be watching that we are being told, go and register to vote, and someone is stealing money. What you're talking about, those billions they have deployed across the country. How do you deploy? How much money do you think they have deployed per day to get 4,000 voters only?
And that's what I'm agitated about. Then if at all you know, you can choose to go to register to vote and decide not to vote, because at the moment the amount of resources, because the budgets will come out.
They have applied for 66 billion
exactly
to run the election. And Allah, let me tell you what. 66 billion, then they tell us we don't know who won the election. Then we go to Supreme Court. Opaque,
for them to let us.
Opaque results, opaque.
And
then let me tell you, Alan, for me, what is important, which I'll do when I come back from the US, I want to come to Githurai. I hope hawatanishusha mawe. Nitaenda Kawangware. I will go to Kibra. I'll go to Kangemi. I'll go to Islando, isn't it? Telling people about what I call town halls, just to talk about political engagement and tell people why they need to vote. Because IBC has got 66 billion shillings to spend on procurement, no shilling on voter education. So if you don't educate the voter, it's like a monkey with a gun, isn't it? And also they don't see the need to register because they're not being told, why do you need to register? How do you exercise your sovereignty? So that money should go more on voter education than just talking about procurement and hiring people who are your cronies in the system. You understand? I can tell you there's a lot of mispriority even in the IBC. In fact, those are the issues we want to take them head on. In fact, if they're not careful, I'll call for country-wide occupy IBC offices. Because we cannot be led by scams. Alan, would you spend time buying desks, buying books, isn't it? Building libraries, and you cannot educate the teachers who will educate the children?
It's impossible.
Why don't you spend more time on educating teachers, retooling them, isn't it, than spending more time on building big infrastructure they can't use? Imagine you give a teacher a laptop that he can't use, but you bought a laptop. So how will the teacher help the students to use the laptop if they can't use it themselves? So we are having mispriorities. In fact, that's why the voter turnout is low.
Prof, I want to release you so that you can go on to the other endeavors. But this is my closing remark, Prof.
Yes.
Kama ulilala njaa,
Yes.
Kama ulilala njaa, utaamka kwa kitanda asubuhi na mapema, uende ufanye nini? Utafute chakula. And that is with the voters. I'm speaking to the young people. They are not agitated enough that they. Of course, we can talk about the mistrust. We can talk about all this and that. We are not able to. We do not want. We mistrust the person who is going to be refereeing the game, or we do not want to do this. But if you really care about the country, and you have been agitated in one or the other of what the current government or previous governments or any government whatsoever, unfortunately, you say democracy is here with us and it cannot go anywhere. So the only way we have to do this is by registering to become voters.
Alan.
And part of that money, we are agitated that IEBC is not using on voter education, is being wasted right now by registering 100 voters a day across the country.
Alan, do you know there is only one person who wants change in this world?
Who?
Do you know that person?
Who? I don't.
There's one person who wants change. You know that person? Is a baby in wet diapers. They want change. So until our Kenyan diapers is wet enough, we don't want to be changed. And I'm telling Kenyans, what is happening in SHA, SHISH, SHU, what's happening in the education sector, the corruption figures I'm showing should make your diapers wet enough to make you go register to vote.
As simple as that. We can't go any further, Prof. Thank you very much for making time once again, and I want to wish you an amazing week ahead and the endeavors that you are going to be taking head on this week. And we hope to see the guest, if at all they agree to pay us a courtesy visit. We're going to take a break and we'll be back shortly.
Thank you very much.